morning students. In the last session from oscillation, we covered a number of topics. They are time period of a simple pendulum, time period of a simple pendulum. So, this is very most important topic from oscillations. Okay. In the case of intermediate public examination, the weightage of the topic is 8 marks. So, the expression for the time period of simple pendulum T is equal to 2 pi into root over L by G, where L is the length of the pendulum, G is the acceleration due to gravity. Then what is meant by the seconds pendulum? The name indicates the time period of a pendulum for one oscillation is 2 seconds. That is T is equal to 2 seconds, and the length of the seconds pendulum L is equal to 1 meter or 100 centimeters. And also we discuss about force constant and the time period of frequency of oscillations of a loaded spring. Okay na? Force constant and the time period and also frequency of oscillations of a loaded spring. So, what is meant by the force constant? It is represented with K. So, the restoring force per unit elongation or extension or displacement, and the units of force constant is Newton per meter, CGS units, dyne per centimeter. The force constant of a spring depends on nature of the spring, that is the material of the spring and the stiffness of the spring. It means different materials having different values of force constants. So, it is also called spring constant. Next, time period of a loaded spring. Time period of a loaded spring. So, T is equal to 2 pi into root over m by k is the time period of a loaded spring, where k is the force constant, m is the mass attached to the spring. The frequency of oscillations of a loaded spring F is equal to 1 by T, that equal to 1 by 2 pi into root over K by M. So, these are the topics covered in the last session. And our next topic is expression for the kinetic energy and potential energy of a particle in SHM, and verification of the law of conservation of energy in the case of SHM. First, we are going to be derive the expression for the kinetic energy of the particle in SHM. So, let us consider a particle executes simple harmonic oscillations. A particle executes simple harmonic oscillations. Let y be the displacement at any instant, and A is the amplitude, m is the mass of the particle. If omega is the angular velocity, then We know already the expression for the velocity v is equal to omega into root over a square minus y square. So this is the expression for the velocity of the particle in terms of displacement and amplitude. We know kinetic energy Ke is equal to half m v square. So by substituting Ke is equal to half m omega into root over a square minus y square whole square. So kinetic energy Ke is equal to half m omega square a square minus y square is the expression for the kinetic energy of the particle in SHM. Okay. Then what is the value of kinetic energy at mean position, extreme position? So this is the expression for the kinetic energy of the particle at any instant, that is at a displacement y. At mean position y is equal to 0, we know, that is the displacement of the particle at mean position is 0. So kinetic energy Ke is equal to half m omega square a square, since y equal to 0. Similarly, at extreme position y is equal to a, that is maximum displacement. The maximum displacement of the particle from the mean position is called amplitude. So kinetic energy Ke is equal to 0, since a square minus a square is 0. So during the oscillations of a particle, the kinetic energy is maximum at mean position and 0 at extreme position. Okay na? So let us consider a particle executing simple harmonic oscillations. We know the expression for the kinetic energy of the particle in SHM at a displacement y. V is equal to omega into root over a square minus y square. The expression for the mechanical kinetic energy K is equal to half m v square. By substituting, we get Ke is equal to half m omega square a square minus y square. So kinetic energy is maximum at mean position, 0 at extreme position. Next, expression for potential energy. So potential energy of the particle in SHM. Consider a particle executing simple harmonic oscillations. During its oscillation, the particle is at a point, that is at a displacement y. We know when the particle performs simple harmonic oscillations, it is ejected by restoring force, that is F. It is always acts towards the mean position. We know the expression for the force acting on a particle in SHM minus m omega square y. From Newton's second law, F is equal to ma, acceleration of the particle minus omega square y. Okay. So during oscillation, the average force acting on the particle, because the value of force changes from mean position to extreme position. The force acting on the particle at mean position, F is equal to 0, since at mean position y is equal to 0. Okay, at mean. For example, at extreme, F is equal to m omega square a. Since y is equal to a, displacement is maximum at extreme position, then average force acting during one oscillation F mean position plus F extreme position by 2, that equal to 0 plus m omega square a minus by 2. So F average is equal to minus m omega square a. Okay. Work done against the restoring force to displace the particle minus F into y, that is minus average force into y. Next, expression for potential energy of the particle in SHM. Consider a particle of mass m perform simple harmonic oscillations. Okay. Let y be the displacement of the particle, a be the amplitude of the particle. We know force acting on a particle at mean position is 0 and its value changes from mean position to extreme position. Okay, na? Force acting on the particle in SHM F is equal to minus m omega square by. So average force acting on the particle during its oscillation F1 plus F2 by 2 at any point. So F average is equal to F1, that is 0 at mean position, F2 at a displacement minus m omega square by 2. So F average is equal to minus 1 by 2 m omega square by is the average force acting on the particle during its oscillations. Now the work done against the restoring force double is equal to minus F into y. It is in the formula double is equal to F into S. Here minus indicates force and displacement are in opposite direction. So W is equal to, we know F average force 1 by 2 minus m omega square y into y, minus of minus plus, W is equal to half m omega square y square. Okay. Work done against the restoring force stored as a potential energy of the particle. So potential energy PE is equal to half m omega square y square. Okay, na? So expression for the potential energy of the particle in SHM PE is equal to half m omega square y square, and kinetic energy of the particle in SHM K is equal to half m omega square a square minus y square. So these are the expressions for the potential energy of the particle and kinetic energy of the particle in SHM. Now what is the value of potential energy at mean position and extreme position? For example, at mean y is equal to 0. If y is equal to 0, potential energy PE is equal to 0. Okay. Next, at extreme y is equal to a, that is displacement is maximum, then the potential energy PE is equal to half m omega square A square. So we conclude that potential energy is 0 at mean position, maximum at extreme position, whereas kinetic energy is maximum at mean position and 0 at extreme position. And our next topic is verification of law of conservation of energy in the case of simple harmonic motion. Law of conservation of energy in simple harmonic motion. Okay. We know what is meant by the law of conservation of energy. The total mechanical energy in the system is constant if the internal forces are doing work and external forces do not do work. And also law of conservation of energy states that the total energy remains constant anywhere, but it can be converted into one form to another form. So here also in the case of simple harmonic motion, the energy is conserved. That is, potential energy plus kinetic energy is constant at any point in the oscillations of a particle. Okay na? So let us consider a particle of mass m perform simple harmonic oscillations. During oscillations, let A and B and C are the 3 points in its path. Okay na? A, B and C are the 3 points in its path, where A is at the mean position, C is at the extreme position, B is at any point from mean position in between mean and extreme position. Let B is at a displacement y from the mean position. We have to show that the total energy remains constant, that is equal at B, A and C. Okay na? First, at point A, okay, potential energy PE is equal to half m omega square y square. At point A, displacement y equal to 0, since it is at mean position. Okay na? So potential energy PE equal to 0. Okay. Next, kinetic energy KE is equal to half m omega square A square minus y square. If y equal to 0, kinetic energy KE is equal to half m omega square A square. So finally total energy TE is equal to PE plus KE. So PE is 0 and KE is equal to half m omega square A square. So total energy at point A is equal to half m omega square A square. Say it is equation 1. Okay. At point A, that is at mean position, displacement of the particle is 0. So potential energy half m omega square y square. If y equal to 0, potential energy is 0. We know expression for the kinetic energy K is equal to half m omega square a square minus y square. If y equal to 0, kinetic energy K is equal to half m omega square a square. We know total energy TE is equal to potential energy plus kinetic energy. So by substituting the total energy at point A, half m omega square a square. Say it is equation 1. Next, at point B, so at point B, that is at any point that is at a displacement, the potential energy half m omega square y square. The expression for the potential energy at a displacement. Similarly, kinetic energy K is equal to half m omega square a square minus y square. Expression for the kinetic energy at a displacement y. Okay. So we want to prove the total energy at a displacement. That is PE plus KE. So total energy TE is equal to half m omega square y square plus half m omega square a square minus y square. So TE is equal to half m omega square y square plus, so by multiplying half m omega square a square minus half m omega square y square, by cancelling half m omega square y square minus half m omega square y square. Total energy at point B, half m omega square a square. Say it is equation 2. Okay. At point B, that is B is at a displacement y from the mean position. At a displacement y, the expression for the potential energy and expression for the kinetic energy. So total energy at point B is equal to half m omega square a square. Next, total energy at point C. At point C. At point C, that is at extreme position. So at extreme position, displacement y is equal to A. Okay. So potential energy PE is equal to half m omega square y square. So if y is equal to A, PE is equal to half m omega square a square. Okay. Next, kinetic energy Ke is equal to half m omega square a square minus y square. If y is equal to a square minus a square, kinetic energy is equal to 0. Okay na? Now total energy TE is equal to PE plus KE. So TE is equal to potential energy half m omega square a square plus kinetic energy 0. So TE at C, half m omega square a square. Say it is equation 3. Okay na? So from equation 1 comma 2 and 3, total energy at A equal to total energy at B equal to total energy at C. Okay na? So total energy at point A half m omega square A square, total energy at point B half m omega square A square, total energy at point C half m omega square A square. So from equation 1 comma 2 and 3, the law of conservation of energy verified in the case of simple harmonic motion, and we can explain from the diagram. Let us consider a particle performs simple harmonic motion. Okay. So this is the mean position. At mean position, kinetic energy Ke is maximum. Okay na? At the same time, potential energy is 0. At extreme position, kinetic energy Ke is equal to 0. Okay na? Potential energy is maximum at extreme positions. Okay na? So this is the representation of variation of kinetic energy and potential energy with the displacement. So in this session we discuss about expression for the kinetic energy, potential energy, and also verify the law of conservation of energy in the case of simple harmonic motion. So still in oscillations we covered a number of topics. They are periodic motion, oscillatory motion, simple harmonic motion. Conditions to execute the simple harmonic motion, and also examples of simple harmonic motion, that is the oscillations of a simple pendulum with a small amplitude, the oscillations of a loaded spring with a small amplitude, and projection on any diameter of a reference circle perform simple harmonic motions. And also with the help of reference circle we derive the expression for the displacement, velocity and acceleration of the particle in SHM, and also we derive the graphical representation of displacement, velocity and acceleration of the particle in SHM. And the next topic we already covered, phase of the particle in SHM. And finally in the last session we covered the important topic, that is oscillations of a loaded spring and oscillations of a simple pendulum, and expressions for the time period of loaded spring and the time period of a simple pendulum. So all these topics belongs to oscillations.